Hello, welcome to my stables. I'm the Chocobo Keeper, and welcome back to Chernobylite. Last episode, we did some missions. We had killed Simonov, um, because found out he was actually working as a spy, working with the Black Stalker. Um, we did another mission, but I spent a lot of off-camera time farming for Chernobylite, so that way I could change the past, so that way I could get a certain ending. Um, It's not like the best ending, but I didn't spoil it for myself. Um, it's basically the best way to. Hey, no interruptions. Nice. Um, this is the best way for to have the best relationships with everybody. So we're gonna try and do that, and of course, Tanya's like, "I need you to get a Kapachi baby, baby, baby." And I'm like, "Oh my god, just shut the hell up." But it is Kapachi. Um, I've never had her ask me to go there before, so when we do, um, I'm actually going to record that because that will be actually a new thing to do. But I like to do these things in order, and that's what we're gonna do.
All these years in the zone and all that Tatakan has to show for it are some officers' uniforms? Be careful, Igor. Don't end up as rat bait.
Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. 'Tis the coziest little parlor you ever did spy. Finish the sentence or die, little fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A hare went out for a walk.
Wrong answer. Taste the spider's venom. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair. I have many curious things to show you when you are there. Here comes another riddle for you, pesky fly. Suddenly, a hare appeared.
Suddenly, a hunter appeared.
Wrong answer. Are you dead yet, my wee poop-eater? Oh, no, no, said the little fly. To ask me is in vain. For who goes up your winding stair can ne'er come down again. A verse for you. Bang, bang, oh, oh, oh. Good. I mean, wrong. But good for the spider. I'm sure you must be weary, dear, soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. Now, pay attention. He was crawling back home. Oh, wrong. Now the spider shall suck you dry.
I don't understand. You're dimmed if you do, dimmed if you don't. And apparently we're at the main part? Like, no, I didn't want to be at the main part.
Do you know a guy named Tarakan? There's something here that belongs to him.
So, you need something from Bradford, eh? Show me what you got, comrade scientist.
Huh?
You and I are not comrades, but maybe I'll do business with you, if I have to. What do you want in trade?
What do you have? I take food, supplies, medicine, useful stuff.
Just give me the damn thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A hunter went out for a walk.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, a hare appeared and shot him down. Bang, bang! Oh, oh, oh! The hunter is going to die. He's crawling back home, saying, bury me deep and let me lie.
For the love of all that's holy.
You mentioned what about this?
That'll be one food.
Sure thing.
Here you go. It's just
I better be going.
right for.
Wow, I'm a little bit salty about that. I hear a monster outside.
Officer's stripes. I'm sure these will look good on me.
One more thing. My computer. I have over 10 gigs of findings concerning Chernobylite.
Great. What am I supposed to do about it?
You know how to use Norton Commander? Launch the Rat King program. It will compress the files and upload them to the cloud.
Okay.
This may take some time. It's a 486DX processor with 512 kilobytes of RAM.
Well, that will take hours.
I'm no fucking black hat, but that's way too risky. Let's burn the place down and get the hell out of there.
What is this? And our relationship. Oh, they're both good, so honestly, I'm gonna download it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Walk me through it, Tarakan.
Unlock the computer and type Rat King Death, all uppercase. This will activate the hidden .bat file.
God, I do love the 90s.
This is a fucking mistake.
Okay, here we go.
The Field Journal of the Rat Hunter, Observation Entry 22, time and date redacted. Another routine patrol by the Rat King's mindless minions in the Red Forest. Smelly little rodents, so tough, so confident. But I know they're just hiding their fear, yes. The Pripyat fog is filled with dreams and terrors, and it's getting to them. Slowly but surely. They cannot see me. I could easily end their miserable lives, break their bones, eat their flesh. Not worth my time. I'm after the big game. Entry 31. The NAR brought a fresh batch of lab mice into the main facility. All in rags and chains, it looks like they were driven straight from the gulags, poor creatures. They have no idea what the Rat King is going to do with them. It would be better for their bones to bleach somewhere in Siberia. Entry 37. They dumped another truckload full of corpses today, all positively glowing with Chernobylite. Failed experiments, no doubt. I was watching from afar and feeling the rage filling up every fiber of my body. I could do something. I could kill myself a rat or two, but it's too early. The satellite photos of the mass graves will have to do for now. I need to gather more evidence. Follow the breadcrumbs without springing the trap. Entry 44. Something has changed. I can feel it in my old bones, and the mysterious codename that started to pop up during my routine surveillance of the NAR communications. They are referring to someone called the Black Stalker. Not sure what to make of it yet, but the way they speak the name is telling. Reverence, uncertainty, above all, fear. I'm getting close. Entry 67. I followed him today. He vanished inside an empty building near Pripyat port and never emerged. I waited for hours. Strange. There was a strong Chernobylite aura surrounding him. He moved like a cat, and the shadows somehow ignored his presence. There must be a connection. 75. A military truck broke down at the crossing near Moscow. Some poor rat got attacked by shadows and stuck in the Chernobylite crystals like an insect in amber. I didn't care. I needed the crystal. I approached it as stealthily as I could, and suddenly he was there. Just rose up in front of me out of nowhere. His mask was the black and green face of death, staring at me without any human emotions. I screamed in terror, and suddenly he was gone. Great rat catcher, bear me strength. I can't do this alone. I need help. You promised me a chosen one, someone who will be my right hand, my sword. How much longer do I need to wait? Alright then. And we're done here, so let's go for calm.
Igor, I need to talk to you.
No Mousy today. So the Rat King is gone?
It won't be long before it returns. We don't have much time. You need to help me. I need to find out what happened to me. I remember the explosion.
Were you close to reactor number 4? That was the night Tachana disappeared. What do you remember?
Not much. Fire, sirens wailing, burned men. Agonized screaming. It was Kharkiv, in 1972.
What? I think you've got the time and geography mixed up.
The KGB and some military geniuses tried to put out a fire in the natural gas mine with a nuclear device. Almost a kiloton yield. They blew everything up, the morons. A column of fire and radioactive ash, kilometers high. People in villages nearby thought it was the end of the world.
What were you doing there?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. All I know is I was there to observe.
Calm down, Tarakan. We'll get to the bottom of it eventually. Try to get some rest now, all right? Hey there.
But of course I can't.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
As you've already noticed, Mousy, resources are scarce in the zone. It's essential to conserve materials when crafting. You see, Mousy, any damn fool can make soup. Throw a bunch of shit in a pan, add water, turn on the heat, and hope for the best. But the secret lies in learning the correct proportion of ingredients, and not just in meals. This applies to crafting in general. I'll show you how it's done. But first you'll need to find 2 flammable and 1 mechanical ingredients. I hid them nearby, so keep your little mouse eyes open. We don't have all day, Mousy. Hurry it up. Praise be! Clearly the light of the rat catcher shines upon you. I'll show you how to craft ammo from scrap without wasting too many resources. Is it dangerous? Sure, but only if you have no clue what you're doing. Please don't try this without your parents' supervision. Come here and use the electric lathe. I'll show you how it's done. Knowledge is everything. You need to understand what every ingredient does in order to get the most use out of your materials.
Oh, nice.
Well done. Oh, you're a difficult student in spite of all your PhDs, but I'll turn you into a survivalist Mousy yet. That was a good effort, Mousy. Now you're better equipped to deal with rats.
Nice. Ah, nice.
Listen, Georgi, I know what I'm doing, but there's no going back now.
I know, my dear friend. It's just that we lost such a brilliant mind that terrible night. I'm afraid of losing you, too, all over some romantic squabbles. And this misunderstanding also cost you your good looks.
I don't want to listen to this anymore. No more distractions, you hear me?
Oh yes, of course. I'm very happy to hear that it's all in the past now.
Good. So let's get to it. I would like to see some results as soon as possible. We both know that she's the key. We've wasted enough time already.
All right. Just don't do anything rash, please. We need to follow the proper protocols.
So my dear friend Boris worked with Semenov even after the Chernobyl disaster. I wonder what happened to his face. And Tanya is the key. The key to what? More secrets. I've got to keep digging.
This can't be the end. Okay.
Your trials were too aggressive, my friend. I told you that you were using too much, didn't I? I told you. You're lucky you didn't end up brain dead like the others. But here we are. Boris is dead. Truly dead this time. There's no reason to pretend otherwise now. I suppose I should have seen this coming. The mental projections you told me about, the visions, they've been building for some time. To be honest, I just thought that your hallucinations meant you were losing your mind. Prolonged exposure to Chernobylite often causes psychosis and hysteria, after all. Why, I've seen the test subjects babbling about Cthulhu, or wanting to save the world from rats.
Is the rats, so improbable? Shadows.
You really did it, my friend. You crossed the Rubicon. You achieved something that no one has ever achieved before. Well, except her. But she has a different purpose.
Pronoun game,
You
ding.
will be the first of your kind. You will help me bring about a new era of human evolution. You will help me reach the stars.
Too bad you're dead.
Forget your past. Forget your pathetic personal involvements. Distractions. Foolish distractions for the weak. Wasting your time seeking validation from others, but not anymore. You don't need any of that going forward. You're to be my right hand in the days to come. It's time to drop your old mask and don a new one. Time to become what you were always meant to be. The Black Stalker. Wake up soon. We've got plenty to do, you and I.
So it was Boris all along. He started the Chernobylite trials on himself and became the Black Stalker.
Oh.
Dear God.
Interesting. I thought it was us from the future. Oh, but it was Boris.
I've told you everything you need to know, General. What seems to be the problem?
The problem? That's what you're calling it. Look, I won't even pretend to understand what you and your lab monkeys are doing down there. And I wouldn't care if I did. What I do care about is this facility and the safety of my men. So the next time you decide to rush an experiment that can potentially release a bunch of fucking monsters into the world, please tell me beforehand so I have time to devise a strategy.
First off, the shadows are key to our research. They are hybrids that... You know what? I won't bother you with details that you won't be able to understand anyways. And second, actually, no, I'm responsible to the board, not to you, Kozlov. Your job is to safeguard this operation, not lecture me on things you will never come close to understanding. In fact, the board wants you to cooperate closely, very closely, with my right-hand man. I would like you to familiarize him with all of our security protocols.
Kozlov might just come out in handy now.
Who? The freak in the black mask? You want to tell me who the hell he is? I'd like to know who I'm working with.
If you need a name, call him what the rest of your men call him, the Black Stalker. One last thing, I know you don't share my views on the future prospects of this organization. But don't even think about throwing in the towel. If we fail, there will be hell to pay for both of us. There is no walking away now.
So the NAR is somehow responsible for creating shadows. Or at least releasing them into the world.
Not the
And
NAR.
Boris, the Black Stalker is also involved in NAR security.
Igor, did you not listen to a word they said? It's not the NAR themselves. It was all Semenov. He's using the NAR as basically physical security. As meat shields. Okay, that explains a lot more.
Wow, it's great to see you, Igor. I've got a fan-fucking-spastic plan that you need to hear.
Yeah, right, of course. Sounds fan-fucking exciting.
Stop bitching and be grateful there's someone here to do the thinking when you're not around. Anyway, listen up. I think the time has come to kill off the biggest knobber of them all.
Oh, the suspense is killing me. Who's on your shit list today?
Drum roll, please. General Kozlov, the single biggest NAR twat of them all. Time to end his miserable life. Pay back for what he did to my friends. And for his other shameful deeds, of course. Can't forget that.
You've got friends? That's new.
Very funny. This fucker and his cronies iced my boys. Don't you ever joke about that. You fucking hear me? His lapdogs captured us, tortured us. I got lucky. They just beat the ever-loving shit out of me and left me to die.
What happened? You never wanted to talk about it before.
Having electrodes clipped to your dong is not something you want to relive with casual acquaintances. The five of us set up this warehouse together. It was me, Zina, Yuri, Ludmila, and Igor. Like yourself, we were the fucking Pripyat Five. Respected businessmen. And women. We provided, essential goods and services for those who needed them. When NAR showed up, we tried to negotiate with them. But to this decrepit 20th century commie Kozlov, we were just a bunch of hippie anarchists and drug dealers. Anyway, a perfect opportunity to exact revenge on this cocksucker is approaching. He's gonna give some kind of motivational speech to his private army of knobbers outside in Lenin Square.
This sounds like a real opportunity. Taking Kozlov out is the only way to stop him from interfering with our plans. And to make him pay for his crimes, obviously.
As much as I admire clean work, shooting him like a lame deer would be a mistake. We should make him talk first, learn everything we can so we can better prepare for our heist. Passwords, codes, guard routines. After we have what we need, then we off him.
We are going to pull the Rat King's teeth one by one. Kozlov is one of his shiniest fangs and sharpest. But we should question him first. Killing him straight away would waste all the work we put into exposing his big plans and the end of the world and all that.
I agree on one point. Kozlov must die. But we don't have time for fun and games. Just dispose of him quickly and get out. Maybe he does deserve to suffer, and perhaps he has some intel we could use. But the only way to make sure he can't interfere is to kill him right away. That's what I recommend.
So we're gonna piss a lot of people off because I hope this doesn't make Mikhail leave. But we have to kidnap Kozlov.
We need Kozlov alive. I'm open to suggestions.
I can definitely help with that. The actual camp is located in Energetic, the former palace of Kocha. There are two ways in. The main entrance is probably guarded, of course, but they only post 2 guards at the side door. You know the place, right?
Yeah, I lived here a long time ago, but some of the details are fuzzy.
It's not complicated. Those NAR fuckers just walked in and make themselves at home. The front entrance is a no-go, but the side door will be a breeze. The guard detail is very light, insultingly so. And that's where you come in, or go in, or whatever. Kozlov's digs are on the top floor. Once you get inside, it shouldn't be hard for a man of your talents to slip past the guards. Security is a bit of a joke, like every fascist you ever met. They got cocky. They're not expecting anyone to snoop around. And remember, most of them will be distracted by Kozlov's speech. Maybe he'll even put them to sleep for us.
This is a great opportunity, Mousy. The Rat King's minion will be vulnerable, alone, just waiting for you. The time has come to instill the fear of the great rat catcher in their black and shriveled hearts.
Okay, I'm ready to talk to Kozlov.
Interesting. Olivier had nothing to say about that. Not a damn word. Yeah, we're just missing 2 tools and 1 investigation. Nice.
I'm at the outpost. A lot of firepower here.
Stay low.
I could try my luck, see if I can take them out.
You got balls, I'll give you that. But no, lure them away from the outpost somehow. Use the field radio. I assume Olivier taught you how to fool these robots. Okay, you got a plan. Get to it.
Living on the streets of Moscow teaches you how to think on your feet, huh? I like it. I'm at the radio station.
Good stuff. You know what to do next.
This is, Bluebird, calling reinforcements to Alpha Bravo Papa. Found our fugitive. Most wanted man in the zone. Over.
What fucking Bluebird? This is a restricted channel. Who the fuck is this?
Ah! I'm not gonna make it! I'm dying!
Interesting. I've witnessed plenty of people dying, and no one's ever said it straight out like that. Now move. Last thing you want is for them to catch up to you and your bullshit.
I see 2 trucks. One of them's loaded with explosives, maybe.
That's odd. Go down there and take a closer look, carefully.
I've got the uniform.
Good. Now see if you can find anything on Ruslan.
Team Rhino to combat ops. Team Rhino to combat ops. Over.
Go ahead, Team Rhino.
False alarm. No enemy contact. We're falling back to the truck. Over and out.
Read me the fucking report, Igor, now!
From Captain Rybakov to General Kozlov. Subject: Moscow incident. Field report NR 2357EF. General Kozlov, as per your request, I'm sending you an update on the recent fatal shooting incident involving Lieutenant I. Chapyev. Several of our troops and one Ruslan Horowitz, our new hire whose criminal past, including being wanted for a double homicide in Moscow, somehow eluded our corporate HR specialists. To the best of my knowledge, the events are follows. Lieutenant Chapyev assigned 4 of our troops to help him take care of the problem, meaning arresting and escorting the criminal element out of the zone. Only one of our men has returned alive from this assignment. Private Miller's account of the incident is hazy, perhaps due to a bullet grazing his skull, which caused shock and disorientation. According to his report, during the escort mission, Horowitz may have misread Lieutenant I. Chapyev's intentions and became convinced that he was being led to his own execution. He subsequently disarmed Lieutenant I. Chapyev and, using his sidearm, shot all of our men dead with the exception of Private Miller, who was able to return fire, killing the criminal. I've dispatched a team to recover the bodies and clean up the area where the incident took place. Here's the full list of casualties. Lieutenant I. Chapyev, Private A. Morozov, Private R. Semenyov, Private I. Golubev, R. Horowitz. Should you require more information, please let me know. With respect, Captain Rybakov.
It seems they caught someone who enlisted under false name. They found out his real identity, Ruslan, and that he was wanted for double homicide in Moscow. My God, Sashko, I'm sorry. I think they killed him in order to deny any involvement.
So, he's dead. I don't get to ask my questions then.
What the hell is so important about these questions? This is your brother.
Yeah, seen this double homicide. It was our parents. I think Ruslan might have been involved in their deaths.
What are you saying? You think Ruslan killed your parents?
I have no idea what happened. I wanted to find out from him directly. Now I never will.
Come on. You know your brother better than that. You and him saved your mum from your abusive asshole of a father. Do you honestly think he would harm her?
Not intentionally, no, but maybe there was an accident, crossfire.
I know you didn't get what you wanted, but you should trust in your memory of Ruslan. I'll see you back at the base.
You're out of your goddamn mind if you think you're going back now. Whatever he did or didn't do, Ruslan is still my brother. I need you to avenge him.
What? You should think things through first. Get some peace of mind.
I don't want peace of mind. I want a piece of them. Mind the place and send those anyhow fuckers back to hell.
This whole blowing up stuff really grew on me. Yeah, but if I do that, Mikhail might turncoat on me. I mean, Mikhail didn't say anything. So.
Yeah. I'm up for it, I guess. I blew up the stash before. I'm getting good at this.
Appreciate it. Now, arm the C4, grab the detonator, and hide in the hospital. Wait for the right moment and press the button.
Oh my god, I just cat
I've
tapped.
got the detonator.
Hide. Wait for those fuckers to come back.
I see them.
Whenever you're ready, but don't hesitate.
Who's that? Some stumblebomb is closing in on the checkpoint. Is that Mikhail's friend?
Blow it up before he gets any closer. Do it. What? No fucking way! That old bastard is way too valuable! Don't you fucking dare!
Yeah, no, we're not gonna blow it.
You let me down, Igor. Do you know what happens to people who let me down? I don't work with them anymore. At the very least, I helped you, remember? It's unfortunate you chose not to return the favor.
I promised to help you find your brother, not slaughter anyone you pointed your finger at. I'm
Okay,
not
he does
a killer.
have a point.
Everyone's a killer under the right circumstances.
Holy shit, we went from neutral to bad.
We had a deal. You broke it. Why?
I'm sorry, it just didn't feel right. I'm not a murderer.
You think this is about you now? Pathetic. Back home, I'm called a crook, a gangbanger, an outlaw. But I don't let my people down. At least I can say that.
Man, this got shitty real quick.
I can see things, Mousy.
Are you okay? You don't look so hot.
The terror courses through me. Present, past, future. A tormented, hungry beast about to burst free of its cage. A volcano of unstoppable force. Hellish green light and poisonous vapors.
Is this in the past or the future?
Future? Past? These distinctions are meaningless before a terror from out of this world. We awoke something that night in 1986. Something so alien. It is almost beyond our comprehension.
Beyond comprehension? I don't think so. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually. Everything has a scientific explanation.
Remember, Igor, this isn't just some stuff for you to power your fancy gun. There's so much more. You need to be ready for anything, Mousy.
Hey there.
But of course I can.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
Time for another lesson, Mousy. I'm going to teach you how to use resources more effectively. If you're willing to learn, that is. It's about looking at the big picture, understanding the correct ratio of components, and knowing how to substitute one item for another. Crafting stuff is not just about memorizing blueprints. I will demonstrate this by helping you assemble a firearm. Pay attention and follow my instructions to the letter, Mousy. You know the drill. Find 10 ingredients. They are very well hidden this time. Just don't let me fall asleep waiting for your return. I'm getting very drowsy here, Mousy. Get back here and I'll show you how to assemble a gun using fewer components. Now approach the gunsmithing bench. A true gunsmith knows his weapon by heart. He understands what each component does and exactly how it affects the others. But at the same time, he sees the weapon as a whole, almost as a living organism that grows and evolves. That's the real secret of creating the perfect enhancement for your weapon. Good, good, you got it! Maybe your PhDs were not a complete waste of time.
Thanks for that.
Wake up, Igor.
Tanya, what's going on?
I want you to see something.
Can't you just tell me?
Kopachi. I'll be waiting for you, my love.
Even he's all like, can we please not today? Yes, I am sure.
This used to be a typical village, a simple hamlet of 1,000 souls. These people had lives, families. It was all taken from them, scattered, stolen, or destroyed, buried underground. Now it's nothing but a sprawling sort of mass grave.
It had to be done. The radionucleotides from the fallout contaminated this entire area. The liquidators risked their lives to deactivate this place.
Deactivate? How very dry and technical. But it doesn't quite capture the terror that befell these people.
We took the same classes in radiophysics in Leningrad. You know what I mean.
Of course I do, but think about it. How quickly can you bury someone's life and past? Make it disappear? Change it, twist it, make it as if it never existed. Doesn't it frighten you?
A lot of things frighten me right now, my love. Buried houses, ruined furniture, and missing feather beds aren't high on my list of scares, though.
Do you think this is funny? You should be frightened, you know. Very frightened.
Jeez, calm your tits, lady. Creepy doll.
Constructed in honor of the 50th anniversary of the Great October Revolution. There was a friend I met at a book club, Lena. She used to be a kindergarten teacher. She was always so devoted to the little ones. Their future was her job, her calling. Have you ever wondered how it was for the children of the zone? The evacuation, the radiation sickness.
Iodine-131 is especially dangerous for kids. Their little thyroids absorb it like a sponge.
I'm not talking about that. They were supposed to be safe, protected. The party said the children came before everything else. Before nuclear energy, before the arms race with the West, and all the shiny medals and glorious parades on Red Square. Those children's world collapsed that night before they even had a chance to properly know it. I sometimes think those kids never left, that their souls still wander here, trapped in those dolls, watching and waiting.
What nonsense.
Calm yourself, Igor. I'm not done yet. I, Igor Kumunik, joining the ranks of the Vladimir Ilyich Lenin All-Union Pioneer Organization in the presence of my comrades, solemnly promise to love and cherish the motherland, to live according to the great Lenin's principles, as the Communist Party teaches us, as is required by the laws of the pioneers of the Soviet Union.
Very funny.
The young pioneer camp stirs up memories, yes? You must have been a role model for your companions back then. Do you still have your red neckerchief?
I can't remember. I was never a fan of state-controlled organizations. Besides, I preferred to keep to myself, I think.
A loner. Perhaps that's what you were meant to be all along.
What do you mean?
Maybe we were a mistake, Igor.
Oh.
I sometimes wonder how it would have been if we'd brought a child into this fucked up world.
Don't say it like that. It was our dream.
Such dreams are dangerous. Volatile, like an unstable element. If something can go up in flames, it eventually will. All it takes is one spark.
You know, if you were that unhappy, you could have just left and ran away with Boris. Like, no need to get all fucking nasty with me, Chica.
I just remembered something, Mousy.
What is it? More rat stories or history lessons?
A cautionary tale. A wise mousey can always find a tasty bit of cheese, if he's smart. But take care that the cheese isn't poisoned or sitting in a trap. You never know what you might find.
What are you talking about?
Ozesk, 1957. Kapow! Evil rats were stirring the pot, trying to stick their ugly little snouts where they shouldn't.
Yes, I remember reading about that. It was a chemical explosion, right? Huge quantities of cesium-137 and strontium-90 were released into the atmosphere. Wasn't that classified?
While you were reading about it, my mother had to live through it. The placid Teka River, so beautiful this time of the year. But after the boom, so poisonous.
Yes, one of many regrettable failures.
No, Mousy. What you call failure, I call a deliberate plan of the Rat King. He lured the silly little mouses with a chunk of smelly yet delicious cheese. But it was poisoned. And the cheese you are looking for may be poisoned as well, even if it looks delicious. So be very careful, little mouse. Whenever you sense these machinations in the shadows, you can be sure that the Rat King has a part in it.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks.
Oh. Well, that does it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know down below. Tell me what you think is gonna happen, what Tanya wants us for the port for, because I honestly have no idea. Like, all she happens is like, oh, I need to talk to you, and all she ever does is berate us about how we think and what we were raised, and she just nags and berates us. And I'm thinking to myself, why are we trying to find her again, if this is all she does? But don't forget to scratch the subscribe button, pick the bell so you know when my next video comes out, and you don't have to search all of YouTube for it. I hope you're all having a great one, and I will see you next time. Glee!